Hello everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for July 4th to the 11th, 2025. If you're new here, you are most welcome. I always start by setting the intention, and I invite you to close your eyes and join in. So at this moment, we're going to close our eyes and take 3 nice deep breaths, pulling our energy into sync across time and space. And with that third exhale, I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth and grounding you here and now in this present moment. Knowing that this true root is not only anchoring you and allowing you to be fully here now, but it is also a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I am here with all of your children, and we collectively are about to pull through the reading of the week for July 4th to the 11th, 2025. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide this in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. I call upon my higher self, and your higher self, the higher selves of all those listening, as well as an overlighting angel of communication to be present and facilitate this exchange, ensuring that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our personal and our collective heart and mind at this time for this period of July 4th to the 11th, 2025. At this point, I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, across time and space, gathering each of us into a circle of love and light, healing, transformation, insight, peace. Whatever is uppermost in our hearts and mind may be held here in a good way. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Anything that doesn't match these frequencies and intentions of love and light, clarity, peace, joy, transformation, and upliftment is welcome to go now. All right, my friends, let's get into the reading, shall we? So, Creator, what is it that we need to know this week for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good, in service of our light, our wisdom, of our ability to be transformative agents, in alignment with the core of humanity and the expansion of life on all levels in beautiful ways? What would be most helpful for us to know this week, please? Okay. Starting with the card of sacrifice, recent past. So this is information from our past that's relevant and important to us now. This feeling of emotions, of upset, not surprising, the time that we're living in, there's a lot going on. We need to be patient with ourselves. We need to be patient with each other. It is a distressing time, especially if we're giving a lot of attention to the various narratives and stories that are being broadcast at us. These stories aren't sent to us to reassure us. They're not sent to us to make us feel peaceful and hopeful and joyful and centered. They're there to poke and prod us and make us feel worse. That bad feeling is not helping us as humanity to transcend the divide, the pain, the suffering. It's simply keeping us locked in that state and adding more of that to our future. That's pretty explicit, I think. So our upset is human. It is natural to have our feelings manipulated or played with or poked at. It's normal that we feel all the things that we feel. There's nothing wrong with you for feeling what you feel. And we need to be very mindful and deliberate about where we're putting our focus and our attention right now. So, where do we do this? How do we do this? I have my opinions on the matter, and my suggestion is maybe take a little bit of a break, a diet from social media. Just take a break from the news. Take a break from the harshness that's out there. Because listening to it day in, day out is not changing your set point and is not contributing anything energetically in a positive way, except perhaps increasing your despair and despondency and hopelessness. And that doesn't serve any of us. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve those around you. It doesn't serve the planet. It just doesn't serve. So we need, as individuals, each of us has to make the determination for ourselves where we're putting our energy and our attention. We have to be masterful about what we're doing with that, because where we are putting our focus is causing it to expand. It's becoming more. So if we're putting it where we don't want it to be, if we're focusing on things that are not life-giving, then we are diminishing our own capacity to add to life. We are reducing our contribution to the collective flow. And in fact, we're maybe contributing what you might want to consider a negative to the collective human field. Those of us in areas where there is very little suffering, and of course we all have suffering, we are human people, we have bodies, we stub our toes, and worse. Yes, I'm not diminishing that, but we're not in a war-torn area. And if you are not in an area where there are bombs dropping on your head, then I would suggest that you may want to use your focus and attention in a way that is going to be life-giving and grounding and nourishing for those who are in states of fear and suffering. And we do that by where we're putting our attention, where we're putting our focus. We can't worry enough to change anything. We can't suffer enough to change anything for anyone else. It just doesn't work that way. We need to give our energy to what is nourishing and life-giving for ourselves, for those around us. We need to focus on the beauty, the gratitude, the appreciation. This is not spiritual bypassing. This is being a master, being disciplined. This is, yes, life is challenging and difficult, and it is also incredibly beautiful. It is incredibly precious, and it is incredibly important for us to pause and see that aspect of it. Because again, that's how we build the positive balance in good ways. So this card is just reminding us, as humans, we are going to have feelings. It is part and parcel of the biology. It's just how we do being in human bodies, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly normal. And we can also be masterful about this aspect, not at the effect of the emotion, aware of it, conscious of it, present to it, honoring of it, without being swept away by it. So this is important. This is the step that we're taking as humanity to be bigger than our feelings. We are more than our feelings. The feelings are the cloud. We are the sky. We watch the clouds go across our sky. We are that which continues, which is eternal. The emotions are ephemeral, temporary. So when we're in high emotional intensity states, just be observant. Take the breath in, notice where you are at, notice what's going on, be curious, label the emotions if it's helpful. I'm feeling this, this is making me feel this way. This will give you separation from the experience of the feelings and allow you to create room so you can have a new distinction and make different choices. And that is a very powerful generative space to be in. And then you can redirect your gaze, your attention, your focus towards something else. And I would love to encourage you to focus on something beautiful, life-giving, expansive, that opens your heart. So cuddle your children, play with your puppy, get outside, hug a tree, smell the roses, take a plunge in some wonderful water wherever you are, get your shoes off, walk barefoot, really be here now and savor this moment and let that energy nourish not only you, but the collective field through you, the collective field of humanity. And that will do a lot to offset the suffering in the world. We'll just increase, turn the dial up on the joy, turn the dial up on the pleasure, turn the dial up on the appreciation, the gratitude. And if it's too much to go to joy, go to gratitude. We can feel gratitude without feeling guilty. Thank you, Creator. I am so grateful. But I really want people to understand that this isn't about guilt. This isn't about feeling bad. This is about understanding that we have the ability and the capacity to elevate the collective field of humanity through where we're giving our attention, our energy, and our focus. And by nourishing what is life-giving, we nourish the field of life and add unto it. That was really strong today, so I hope you don't mind, but I needed to go with that. That's very, very strong information. The present card, the King of Pentacles, the Earth element, the masculine mastery of the Earth element. So the present card, this is about creating masterful structures that help us to have more comfort and well-being and ease on the material level, the Earth level. Now the Earth element, as I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, it's the aspect of our humanness that makes it so good to be in a body. It's family, it's community, it's good food, it's nature, it's beauty, it's tools that work really, really well, right tool for the right job and the satisfaction of getting the job done. It's money, it's home, it's comfort, it's all of that. That's that beautiful Earth element. And the King is the masterful aspect of it. He knows how to do it. He knows how to create beauty. He knows how to hold space for this. He knows how to gather people together and celebrate the good things in life. Feast together, celebrate together, be in life together. So this card in our present is reminding us of maybe how we have to be, this masterful, deliberate thing. Be here now. Be in your body, in your region of time and space. And do it deeply and do it really well. Get into that body and, like a Taurus, enjoy all the good things that life has in store for us. Let yourself lap up the beauty, savor the deliciousness of all aspects of life. Go to pleasure. Go to that space of appreciation and savoring. Again, what are we trying to do? We are trying to nourish the human field in a positive direction. We want to build and amplify that field of life and energy because that's the future we want to build more in to humanity. We want more pleasure and joy and well-being for everyone on this planet. Enough war, enough suffering, enough killing. That's such a waste of life. Life wants more life. And this card is reminding us that we need to be the ones to make it happen. So, in your world, consider how can you be more masterful about deeply appreciating the beauty of your one and precious life right here, right now. And I'm not saying that we don't have other lifetimes, but you're in this one right now. You're in that body doing your particular thing right here, right now in this moment. So that's where you need to be. That's where we each need to be, is in this beautiful body, loving it, appreciating it, caring for it, celebrating it with others who are doing the same thing, and collectively bringing our energy together and making the world more beautiful through our love, through our harmony, through our practices, through our devotion. That's our calling in the present moment. The near future, the lovely Queen of Hearts. So again, the way forward is into the heart, into the feminine. This is how we're going to change things. And it might be helpful to think about, well, it's interesting because we're in Cancer. We're in the energy of Cancer, and Cancer is the mother. It's that nourishment. It's that compassion. It's that kindness. It's that again, nourishment is such a lovely word for it. It's this care that Cancer has, or that energy of the Cancer, of the Cancer frequency is very maternal, very nourishing, nurturing, gathering people together and making sure that everybody's good. The Queen of Hearts, once again, kings and queens, maturation of their suit. She understands the heart so well. So much so that others who don't understand their heart are surprised by her insight into who they are and what they're experiencing, because she has such deep insights. And, we don't all have that connection to our heart at the level that she does. But what she does is she uses it in good ways. She uses that awareness in good ways to see and affirm and ground and gather people together and help them to be more at peace within themselves, helping them to come home to themselves and be in their hearts and be okay. That's the Queen of Hearts, and that's the energy that we're moving into. It's like we've got to get out of our little hole. And sometimes we fall in the hole and we worry and we stress and we invite others to be there with us and to have a pity party. But we really, at this time on the planet, need to be in our mastery. That's what we're called to do. And it's not to say that we don't have problems, but we can change how our life is unfolding through our attention and our energy set point by being the masterful creator of our experience. So I've talked about it before. I've talked about it in other recordings. This energy of being the deliberate creator, it has everything to do with where we're putting our energy and attention. And the shortest way to get there is gratitude. That's the simplest, easiest way. Understanding that life is for us, and that because everything is for us, even the really hard stuff, because it helps us to clarify what we want. We know what we want when we experience what we don't want, don't we? So it's for us. The design of life is for us. And when we understand what we prefer, our work is to go towards that. Our work is to turn our life towards the yes, towards the things that are shiniest and most compelling, where our highest enthusiasm is, because that's where more life is to be found. And it's shiny and compelling to us because that's where life wants us. It's very, very important to remember this. When we go towards our yes, we are inspired, we enjoy ourselves, we meet our people, things move more smoothly, everything has a lovely flow, the next unfolding just happens in perfect timing. There's this gorgeous expansion and unfolding that happens when we move towards our yes. And these cards are reminding us that through our energy and our attention, by giving our attention to our yes, discerning what it is first, and that might be difficult if you've been conditioned, brainwashed by our society to think that you want certain things. It's time to go within. What does your heart want? Where is your highest enthusiasm? What do you love? What do you enjoy? Where do you like to be? What brings you to more expansion and joy and well-being in your field? What takes you there? That's where you need to spend your time, because that's where life wants you anyway. That's where your people are, where everything that you want is going to unfold. That's where life wants you. And by being masterful, as these cards are telling us, we can deliberately move our life in that direction far more efficiently and effectively. Following our yes, being deliberate. And this one, moving into this energy of the Queen of Hearts, through our heart, connecting with others, affirming others, seeing, evoking, and affirming them so that they can expand and be all that they're here to be. This one, celebrating life together, creating structures that support us. What does that look like? What do you need to put in place so that you can thrive? And once you're thriving, your heart is open and you're able to exist in this state. It's very powerful cards this week. Foundation card, Romance, the Two of Hearts. And so this card is all about the romance with life. We get to have a romance with life. It's why we're having the reading this week. We're not separate from life. Life is our partner. And our partner will come in embodied form, because that's the energy of the universe and how it works. But we need to have a right relationship with ourselves and life first. When we're in right relationship to ourselves and with life, then that marvelously embodied human being shows up to become our embodied counterpoint in this lifetime, our partner in this lifetime. But we can have a romance with life. We don't need a partner to do that, an embodied partner. It's a lot of fun, I get it, but our work is to have this beautiful dance with life, this co-creative dance, this following of the yes, this surprise and delight and wonder. How is life going to surprise me today? If we think about life as our partner, then we reframe how things are happening. If we reframe it from the thing that life is our lover and that they're gifting us continually with beautiful experiences, all of a sudden our energy shifts. We realize that it's all for us. It's all a gift. It's all a beautiful unfolding. And we can be in a different state then. We don't have to be afraid. we can understand that it's a gift from life for us in service to the best part of ourselves, in service to our unfolding, so that we can become more and serve in a better way, in a bigger way. I mean, ideally, our ideal relationships are going to call us into moreness. They're going to call us into being who we're here to be, expressing more of our talents and gifts, affirming that aspect of ourselves, and we do that in turn for our beloved. So this here is the foundation. It's like why we're having the reading this week is this relationship to ourselves, this relationship to life that becomes the springboard from which everything else happens. We have to love ourselves. And I know for some of us, we're struggling with that, and it's a challenge, and it's okay. It's very natural. We are human. We have the conditioning, we have the stories that we've been running, and we also have the capacity to shift that. Start to move towards your yes, a little bit at a time. Know that that's where life wants you, so you deserve it because that's where life wants you. You're worthy of it because life wouldn't want you to want it otherwise. It's perfect. Go in that direction, and it will take you further and faster than you probably will believe. It's a wonderful thing. So our foundation this week is romance, love, right relationship, allyship with ourselves, with life, and in turn, right relationship with all other beings on this planet and the earth herself and the sun and all the other planets that we're connected to. It's a whole big dynamic dance. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, so I think that's pretty clear. We're going to have our feelings. We're going to be okay. Love ourselves anyway. Have the experience of the feelings. Notice them. Give them names. It creates a bit of space so that we're no longer trapped by the feelings, but understanding it's just something that's moving through us. And there will be sadness, and there will be fear, and there will be uncertainty, and there will be all of those things that we're experiencing right now. And we don't need to get hung up on any of it, or sidelined, or tripped up. We can just notice it and allow it to flow through us and allow that human part of ourselves to have the experience of it. And we're big enough. We're capable enough. We can make beautiful things happen for ourselves and for others. This gorgeous experience of being the masterful creator of one's experience. Where are we giving our energy and our attention? Where we put our energy and our focus is what we're going to expand. It's like adding fuel to a fire. You have a spark and you give it your energy and your attention. That spark is going to grow into a flame. So be deliberate about that. We don't want to be dwelling on the things that are causing us to be distracted from our love and our joy and our yes and the unfolding of more life from us, through us, life coming through us into the world and being expressed. The Queen of Hearts, the heart. We're moving towards that. This is intuition. This is leading from the heart. This is facilitating others' well-being and comfort from the heart. Not taking their journey away from them, but loving them, seeing them, affirming them, calling them onwards, as they do for us. This beautiful heart-centered way of existing and flow and intuition and all of that. But again, from this deliberate, intentional place. And then the foundation, right relationship to self, which happens when we follow our yes. When we discover and follow our yes, we are in right relationship to ourselves. And from that place, we become right relationship to life happens, right relationship to other people happens, because we're congruent, we're clean, we're clear. We're not divided, we're not living somebody else's expectations. We're living our own journey, our own field. And of course, it's never perfect because we're human having a human experience, but we're figuring it out. And it's way easier to live from being one's own ally than one's own enemy. So please, please find your way to love yourself and to ally with yourself and care for yourself and support yourself in the best way possible, because then right relationship with life can happen and right relationship with others can happen. It's all from the inside out. That's where we got to go. And let's see what our card to grow on is. Really good cards this week. Really, really, really good. Good cards for exciting times. We came here on purpose. You gotta keep remembering that. it's all going to work out, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't going to. Okay, Creator, what is it that we need to know this week? What is our card to grow on? How do we summarize all this information from this week so that we can gather it up neatly in one card and carry that forward with us in our hearts, so we can stay on path, on purpose, with intention, and do all our good work in wonderful ways, always in service to more life through us into the world in beautiful ways. And our card is the Temperance card. The angel is pouring the water of life into the human. The human's got their hand up saying, whoa, that's good. That's enough. That's enough for the moment. Temperance is a card of balance. It's a card of not letting anything knock us off our center, coming home to ourselves, finding our center with things, not overdoing anything. It's also the higher octave of the Temperance card is verification, which is from a balanced place, sampling. So this might be a good way to think about finding the yes if you don't really know what that is yet. What do you find compelling? What do you find interesting? And saying yes to it. Go do that pottery course. Go do that thing that you're feeling inspired or compelled by or curious about. Go give yourself permission to get your feet wet in an area that is interesting to you. Watch some YouTube videos. Just give yourself permission to dabble. That dabbling is a way of verifying if it's part of your yes or not. If it lights you up and it excites you, if it inspires you and you want to do more, then you know it's part of your yes. And for some of us, the challenge is choosing between the shiny things, because we have so many beautiful shiny things in our life and we want to do it all. And well, that's part of the human limitation, is we can only do so much, and apparently we only have a finite amount of time to do it in. So what am I saying here? I'm saying get out there and sample your life. Do it in a balanced way. Don't overdo anything, because, well, that just exhausts us, and that's not very resourceful or resilient. We need to stay resourceful and resilient. We need to be really on the self-care right now. We need to keep our cup full, and we need to have the means and ways of doing that, because by staying healthy and centered and grounded and in our best iteration for us, we live into our best life. We hold a better frequency of energy. We stay expanded. It's kind of like when we're hungry and we're hangry and we can't be the happy, positive, bippy person that we are when we eat well and we eat in a consistent way to keep ourselves happy and grounded and nourished. It's a similar thing energetically. We just need to keep centered. We need to be balanced. We need to be temperate about who we are and how we're being. But we also need to give ourselves opportunities, sampling life. Get out there, sample the yes. Do those things that bring you to joy. Spend time in those environments that light you up, where you find yourself inspired and joyful. And the other piece I would say about that is, let it be a hands-on thing, please. Be in your body. Do things in your body. Yes, technology is very exciting, and being in the body is what you came to do. We came to be human beings, being human. We came to be in our human experience, and technology is part of it, but it's an inordinate amount of our time is spent in technology. So do something real. Knit a sock. Get outside. Do some gardening. Get your hands dirty. Make something. Do something. Create something. Play some music. Do something tangible. It's really good for you. It's good for all of us to do real things. So satisfying, so fulfilling. And that's good for us personally and collectively. So our card to grow on this week is this balance card, this temperance card. Yes, keeping things in balance, taking good care of ourselves, doing what we need to do to stay in that beautiful, resilient, resourceful state, and keeping our eyes open for those things that are inspiring to us, and giving ourselves permission to sample. Get out there trying things, sampling things without overdoing it, without hucking ourselves in the deep end or ripping off the Band-Aid. We don't need to go to that extreme. We can sample things and enjoy it, take it in, sample it, taste it, and try the next thing if necessary. But that's how we will get to where we want to be. And this is a really lovely focus for us. Again, being in our own bodies, being in our own experience and enjoying it. It is the biggest, kindest thing we can do right now. And send love to all those on the planet who need it. When we nourish ourselves and our field is big, and we're able to send that love and that appreciation, that joy and that gratitude out into the field of humanity and life, it's like a gentle hug collectively. We're supporting those who are in areas where they can't think about those things. They're just in survival or fear or all those other things that people are. We can send them love when we're in a good place. So please be deliberate, be masterful, use your practices, stay in that lofty, wise, observant, kind, generous space, and send love, send appreciation, send gratitude, build that collective field as magnificently as possible through your love, through your grace, through your actions, through your choices, through what your heart is allowing you to express. Do that work, and it will be huge for all of us. So that's our card to grow on this week. Wow. So that was pretty big. It is big time. There is a lot going on, and it's very, very easy to get triggered and fearful. Just stay lofty. Notice it. Get curious and say, oh, what triggered me? Right. I heard the news, or my neighbor told me about this, or whatever it is, and I'm worried about it. And take a deep breath. If you believe in a higher power, give it over. Give it over to God and say, okay, Creator, I can't do anything about that. It's too big. What can I do right here, right now, for those around me? How can I serve? How can I be a clearing for your love and light and well-being on the planet? And an opportunity, I promise you, will present itself. And you can make the world a better place just by being you and sharing your gifts in magnificent ways. And with that, I invite you to close your eyes. Let's take that nice deep breath together. And letting it go. Remember the breath, the simple, sacred, precious breath, available to each and every one of us in every moment. And our brilliantly designed body makes use of it, even if we're not conscious of it. And the breath brings us home, back to ourselves, calls the mind back, calls the energies of ourself back into the center, back into this present moment. And that's where we need to be as fully as possible. That's what our practices do. They bring us home. And from this centered, beautiful place, from the inside out, we are agents for life. We are co-creators with the beautiful life force that is coming through us into the world. That's where we need to be. That's our calling. Giving our love, giving our service from the inside out in this present moment. Staying lofty, staying observant, having the feelings, loving ourselves anyway, and moving on. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children, and I want to thank you for this reading of the week for July 4th to the 11th, 2025. Thank you for the wisdom, the discernment, the temperance. Thank you for the mastery. Thank you for the journey we are on. Thank you for all the support and the help and the encouragement and the insights and the fabulous people all over the world who are holding these truths and living this wisdom and making it part of our human family. Thank you for all of the channels, all of the people who are expressing this truth into our world at this time, and the very many different voices that there are, so that whoever needs it will hear it and be transformed. May our leaders wake up. May they come home to their hearts. May they come back to their humanity and understand that we are one human family, and what we do to another, we do to ourselves. And as such, we need to be very intentional and deliberate indeed in ensuring that we are reducing harm, reducing violence, reducing aggression, and finding peace and love, finding those solutions as much as possible, So wherever there are people who are believing in the polarity and the strife creator, I ask that you bring your wisdom and discernment and the possibility of that greater space, rising above the duality, rising above the polarity into the third possibility, the transcendent. May we all seek the transcendent and become channels for it in our lives and in the world. With humility, beauty, grace, wisdom, truth, and honor. Thank you, Creator. Thank you to all those who helped to hold this space. Thank you to the Spirit of Heart's home that holds me. And thank you to you. Thank you for being here once again. We do this together. We co-create together. Your wisdom and discernment joins with mine, and we pull this in across time and space in support of our good, so that we can keep showing up and bring our best to life. And I'm grateful to you and your willingness to take this journey. Because, well, it's not necessarily easy, but we're doing it anyway. And it's what we came to do, so thank you. I will look forward to seeing you again next week. In the meantime, much love and light. Keep that beautiful center. Keep being a clearing for love. Keep being a clearing for kindness and compassion, peace. And send that out into the world wherever you get the chance. And we will all benefit. Much love and light. I'll see you next Friday. Take care for now.